Hello, my wonderful people. The last time we met, we looked at classification of organization, where we said that there are 4 basic classifications. We were able to discuss classification based on function, which I said that it was developed by Takot Parson. After that, we looked at classification based on who benefits, and the prominent scholars in that one was Peter Blair and Richard Scott. The third classification is classification based on the mode of achieving compliance. And this particular type of classification was given by Anita Etzioni. He argued that organization has various ways of achieving compliance, which includes application of threats of sanction and infliction of pain, remunerative organization, and normative control organization. There are organizations, application of threats and sanction. There are organizations that achieve compliance through infliction of pains, through threats, through sanctions. Such organizations like the military. So you discover that in the military, it is either you move or you are moved. There is a popular saying in the military, it's either you move or I move you. And with such things, you see that people work under duress. You are working because you are afraid of sanction, of query, of being sent out. Another one is remunerative organization. These are organizations that achieve compliance of members by manipulating their salaries and fringe benefits. You see organizations like the banks. Their salaries are large. Their salaries are big. But you see them going to work by 7 o'clock. You know that it is not that time that they close the banking hall, that the banks close. The banks, they close their banking hall, they still work till at times 12 o'clock in the night. And they pay them. And then you see a teacher, a primary school teacher, who they pay small amount of money. She goes to school by 8 o'clock, by 2 o'clock she is back. She goes and rests. This our body no be firewood. So some of these organizations make people to work by manipulating their salary and paying them large. And if you try to equate the money which the primary school teacher is earning and that which this, you will discover that they are using the other person who works till midnight. If you look at the input per hour, you will discover that the primary school teacher is not putting in so much, and based on that his salary is not much. And you discover that some of them, they still have another business. Like my elder sister, who is a teacher, she has a store. When she comes back from school, she goes back to the house and open her store and stay there and sell. So these are things that those people working in oil companies, working in the banks that earns fast salary, that do not know. And even if you don't have anything doing, the fact that you go home to rest is something. Then the final one is normative control organization. Normative control organization are organizations that give award and certificate. At the end of the year, you see best staff of the year, best driver of the year, best this of the year. They give you certificate, you hang it on the wall. People come and see that you are the best of this or best of that. And based on that, because I want to be the best worker of the year, I will stake my head. Even when I'm sick, I will continue to work to make sure I earn something big. And at the end of the day, I am working and bring up effectiveness in my organization. The final type of classification is classification based on the type of technology used by the organization. And this classification was done by Joan Woodward. Joan Woodward was able to, Woodward is spelled Woodward. She was able to identify 3 types of organization. The first one is the one she called unit production organization. The second one she called large batch and mass production organization. The third one she called continuous process production organization. The unit production organization are those that engage in prototype production. Such organization does not permit fragmentation. It does not encourage routinization in organization. The example of such things, you discover that there is this thing that is common now in most places. If I'm doing wedding, I will have a customized bottled water. And let's assume I call my own Bentina, Wets, whoever. And then another person who is Grace, Wets, Okoli. And, they are doing my own bottle to my own taste. And they are doing Grace Okoli's bottle to her own taste. And then another person may be Nkechi to wedding one Ogbonna. And you see her get her own bottle, get her this thing. So these are unit production organization. They try to produce it to the taste of the customer. The next one is large batch and mass production organization. I know that we are popular with what they call mass production, where they produce goods. These goods are highly routinized. Let me give us an example. Most secondary school, most primary school, both public and private, they do that. They will tell you, give us 3 sizes, small, medium, and I have a tailor that sews, and they will now be cutting. These are small size, they cut again, medium size, they cut again, and it goes out like that. And if you see where they are sewing it, this person is cutting, this person is cutting. Maybe I'm cutting small size, another person is cutting medium size, another person is cutting large size, and then somebody is sewing. At the end of the day, you will discover that we have produced a large number of clothing of the same make but different sizes. So that's large batch production. Then continuous process organization is what we see in assembly line production. Assembly line production, if you have watched where they produce beer, breweries, where they produce drinks, you see how it goes. The bottles will get to a place where they will put the drink inside it. It moves again to where they will cork it. It moves again to where they will label it, just like that. And then at the end of the day, there are people that pick it and bottle it, and pack it either in crates or whatever. So these are assembly line production. Assembly line production, actually, they produce more of gaseous and liquid substances, chemicals, petroleum, and breweries. We will stop here and continue next time. Thank you.